Hey guys, Richard at soon not to be Ryden's room. I've done many shed vids and I call them Ryden's room anyway, so the whole house or outside when walking the dog is Ryden's room. The world is my room. Yeah, this is my latest vid up just off the back of the Deceived review, which I've just put up. Continuity there. I said the next video I'd do would be a recent purchases vid, and quite a lot. Yeah, as usual, all the books I've been reading are like old ones I bought months ago. It's terrible. I've really got to stop doing that, but at certain moments felt like I had to read them. But yeah, let's just go into, let's say, spoilers for the books around the time that I've gone. I won't be going into too much detail on this. To be honest, likes this I've not even read once other than just some Goodread reviews a while ago. But yeah, let's get to it. So, excuse me, I knocked down everything. Here we go. So, recent purchases, let's say of the last couple of months. Dun, dun, dun. No, this is the last one. Right then, here we go. So, recent purchases. About a month ago, I thought I'd continue the EU Luke New Jedi Order storyline. Now, loved NJO, hated Legacy of the Force in every way. What they did was just so wrong. You know, Jason decided to become a dictator to stop wars ever happening, despite the fact that that makes no sense because, you know, his parents fought against a dictator, and dictators always drive people, turn people on them, against them. You know, people rebel. Why he thought it was a good idea, I'll never know. But as we know, that was never meant to follow these guys. That's meant to be an Old Republic story where the Sith did that sort of stuff all the time to the Jedi, and Jedi turned so easy. So, yeah, it would have made much more sense, but nah. New Jedi Order should have either finished at Unifying Force or continued. I mean, I know I was saying in a post recently, if I took over Star Wars right now, the EU would be open up again, but Legacy of the Force would be thrown out. You know, no respect to people that like it, but I just can't stand that storyline. Let it be set in the Old Republic, or hell, let it set 300 years after Luke's Jedi Order is done. Hell, let it be merged with the Legacy comic or something. But yeah, and then that leads to Fate of the Jedi. So thought I'd finally give it a go. You can see I weren't too bothered about getting them in like perfect condition or anything. I just wanted the cheapest copies, which I found great sale on Facebook, selling them for a £5. I'd already bought all but the last two. I thought I could have got more. But, yeah, tenner and then a few pound postage for pretty meaty hardbacks. I mean, look at the size of these things. It's like a Death Star sized book. So yeah, Fate of Jedi was first. This was about a month ago. Maybe less than that actually. Well, actually, no. My mistake, guys. And girls. This would be my first one. The Living Force. So, yeah, I haven't got many of the Disney canon non-EU ones, but I don't know what's going on with Disney canon. I was talking about this recently. Like, I've Disney blocked off as I'm continuing the story. I mean, we're getting, like, backstories for, like, Phasma or that Shadows of the Sith book with Luke and Lando, but Disney basically said, we'll be doing films and TV shows one day, so no authors can continue the story. I mean, we've got the insultingly titled New Jedi Order film starring Rey, and maybe not, maybe Finn, maybe not. But yeah, sure. I know Star Wars. There were no films coming out in the 90s, so we got the books. Disney just blogged it? I've always wondered that. But yeah, this is a prequel one. Maybe called High Republic Era. I hate that word. Those words. It's just the Republic or the Old Republic. But apparently this does a very good job focusing on all the council members. It's a year before Phantom Menace. It's like the entire Jedi Council, which is quite cool. Maybe we'll get more with like episode 2 and 3's Jedi Council eventually, their own stories. Most importantly, it's John Jackson Miller who's done really good Star Wars, like Kenobi. So again, Kenobi hate that show. That show should have just been an adaptation of the book. Like Acolyte should be an adaptation of Darth Plagueis. But what can we do? We're just the so-called consumers are meant to like grin, take it, and pay up. So yeah, but this. I read some reviews a few days before this came out. People seem to really like it. You know, there's although I saw one negative, you know, not enough LGBT representation, you know. So really, that's good. You know, I'm not trying to be like bad to that crowd. You know, I've got friends part of that, but Star Wars is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It's never cared about too much representation. It's all been like minimal. And yeah, someone was basically criticizing the book as the only flaw that it didn't really have that. Like, what? Didn't have a gay Jedi? So plus, what's the point? These are council members who obviously won't have relationships. Well, I know the rule is no attachments. They can presumably have affairs. They just can't get involved permanently. But yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. I know the High Republic's full of it, but Star Wars to me has never needed that stuff, and I'm just glad this doesn't. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. I would have decided by now, but I ended up going to Deceived, which just because look at the state of the book, those horrible lines down the side. Yeah, as I was saying last video, I've just sold it for £2 today, so it's not bad. But yeah, this is the next Star Wars book. I'm still cycling between like Star Wars, Warhammer, and then a third book. You know, David Walliams, his next one, for example, which I've got on pre-order from the library. But yeah, I've just read Deceived and on to Indomitus Warhammer. This is the next. No, it's not. No, it's Darth Plagueis is next, because I was going basically new reread, and I think Darth Plagueis is like my fourth read of the story. So yeah, Deceived, Warhammer, and then two Doctor Who books. Then it's Darth Plagueis, another Warhammer book, and Ali Cross Free, which I got from the library, and then it is this one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. A lot of people seem to like that story. So yeah, that's my apologies. That was the first one. Now then, that's what I thought was first. I'm sure this. So yeah, I hated Legacy of Force. Read enough reviews on Fate of the Jedi, weren't all that impressed, but I thought, what the hell? Let's give it a go. Might be quite decent. So yeah, book one, Outcast. So the plot is basically, after what Jacen Solo did, the galaxy is very angry and don't trust the Jedi anymore. And of course, they want someone to blame, so the highly unqualified Chief of State, Admiral Dala, basically blames Luke. And he takes it like a champ and takes blame. And so I'd agree on that. You know, Luke failed big time with Jacen. Like, the way all the characters just ignored everything he was doing until it was way too late. You know, he could easily have stopped it. The closest we got was in, is it Sacrifice or Fury? Luke, when he doesn't know about Mara, just walks in and basically says, the Jedi aren't supporting you anymore, Jacen, see ya. And just uses the Force to pin him to a chair while he walks out. Luke should have done something. To be honest, I've always, my issue with that, probably the same with this series. It was 9 books. Stuff was happening, like, which should have been stopped a long time ago. And yeah, if it was a 5-book series, you know, Jacen Turns to Evil probably would have been book 3, maybe something like that. And yeah, then it makes sense they didn't stop him in time. But yeah, no, I agree. Luke absolutely had to be held accountable, which he was. But yeah, he took it, and it's the story of him and Ben going off and then discovering, well, working out why Jacen did what he did and discovering more than he bargained for. You know, and that's good because everyone loves Ben Skywalker. There's no Ben Solo, it's Ben Skywalker. Everyone knows they just stole that name. But yeah, it's probably worth a go. I mean, the books look pretty. It's but yeah, I've got to get I've got to be given the Lost Tribe of Sith book first. I never read the Legacy comic, or really only really heard about it till recently, so I know that's way after this anyway. I know there's a bit of a tie-in, but hope it doesn't make Luke and the Jedi look too stupid, since that's many, many years later. But yeah, so book 1, paperback. Book 2, library style covering, which is awesome. I'm keeping that on there. And then just on, again, another like library type cover. I don't know, momox.com, sale, wherever you are. I bought it from eBay, but no, that's who my buyer bought it from, I guess. Again, the old library sleeve. I'm gonna, you know what, let's do a little game. Looks younger than he should, because he's meant to be in his 60s, but that is clearly Luke. Omen. I've heard of a character called Vestara. I'm guessing it's probably her. Biss. Who else? That is Leia. And Backlash. That is clearly Ben. And now that's on to the hardbacks. Again, I just bought them, whichever one's hardbacks. Maybe they all look nice as I say. If I do like this series more than I think I will, maybe I'll like rebuy them to have them all match, but hopefully not. I don't really want to do that. Next one, Allies. I have no idea who these two are. I guess one Jedi. Oh, that's Luke, actually. Doesn't look as terrible as his New Jedi Order 1 in 19 version, but that could be him, actually. And I don't know who that is. Some Sith Lord. Vortex. See, it's Han Solo. Conviction. I think it's Tahiri. Yeah, again, she got done so bad in Legacy Force. Really, really. That scene with Ben, if anyone who's read Invincible knows what I'm talking about, it was just dreadful. So hopefully she has a good story, good redemption. Ascension, that's Ben, and I'm guessing Vestara is, as I hear, his love interest. And Apocalypse is Luke. So, yeah, these are like big books though. I hope I do like them, because I never forget how with Legacy of Force I actually stopped reading halfway through. I bet it's like a lot of people gave up after Sacrifice. Yeah, ultimately I was going on holiday and didn't want to take with me books I wouldn't like. That's why I read Revan and Master and Apprentice, and then eventually got Fury afterwards. So yeah, those are the Fate of the Jedi books, which maybe the books are very nice quality. To be honest, I didn't realise how massive those hardbacks would be. I thought they'd be more like this sort of size. Like, I've got some Doctor Who books that are like that. And on to the final new ones. I've got another one on the way. To be honest, I didn't plan to buy any more after these, but sort of want to have a good deal, because these are what, 2012 they finished in 2009, 2012 I think it was. These are just 95 till, I don't know, 96, 97. The Young Jedi Knights books. That's like, yeah, Young Jedi Knights. I found a really cool YouTube channel, shout out Young Jedi Knights. But don't realize how big the long recordings are. They're like 5-hour videos, and this book alone is 216 pages. It looks like they're all about the same. This is like my pile of the 7 I got from one person earlier. All in pretty good condition. Some pretty beat up, but very old books. Hopefully I can read these like it one day. What was I saying? Yeah, I didn't plan to read them all, but these are pretty valuable, especially the later ones. And I've got the Cloud City one, which is later. Just got another one on offer for like £1 rather than £2 starting price plus postage, which is great. That'll be 8 though out of 14, so I've kind of on eBay got all of them saved, each individual book, so I could keep an eye. Again, I'm not just buying them all taken. These will be months and months. Hell, this is probably next year, to be honest, with this series and all my other ones. Like, something started on this trio, for example. Oh, that reminds me. I've just remembered. The other new one I bought recently, that point around the time of these, Death Star. Heard this was a good one. Weird. I remember like years back when I was at school going to some like crafts or fate and there were a bunch of Star Wars books. I remember seeing this cover, yeah, this only came out in 2010, so it's always something similar. But yeah, I'm in no rush to read that one. My plan is currently a few other ones like Dawn of the Jedi, Death Troopers, the rereads. Then it's going to be these. Then it'll be those ones like Death Star and Mandalorian Armor, that kind of trilogy, but probably some others along the way. But yeah, I just found these in a great deal. It's something like £25 for 7, free postage as well, because I just couldn't turn that down. Because yeah, the books are old, although some are in really nice condition. Looking at Darkest Night, that looks really good. Most importantly, book 1 is like, as good as it is, it's obviously the most popular best-selling one. But yeah, there's like the Dark Empire comic, so much reference to it in the main books, because comics and young adult don't get put into the timeline, which kind of sucks. Young Jedi Knights web audio channel has the really cool Obi-Wan series, has the Anakin Solo one, and then these as well. I would have listened to them, but they're just these a lot bigger books than I thought. But yeah, these get reference, like Dark Empire comic spoiler, actually has like Palpatine being reborn. Somehow Palpatine returned, but it wasn't somehow it made sense. I'm still not a big fan of the storyline, but it's far, far better than what Disney did with it. But yeah, when you talk about Palpatine's Force Souls or Luke being tempted by the dark side, you're like, when this happens, oh, it's in a comic, or Jason Jenner got taken to some Shadow Academy. When did that happen? Oh, it's the young adult book. So I thought it was worth a read. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Book 1, which is, as it likes to say on the back of every book, Jason and Jaina. Next one, this is Jason, Jaina again, and whoever that Dark Jedi. Is that a woman? Yeah, that Dark Jedi woman with like muscular arms is. That's obviously Tenel Ka, because it's the junior Jedi Knights, the Anakin Solo, which is Anakin and Tahiri. This is, yeah, just their group. Yeah, it's Luke on the cover as well, Jason and Jaina. It's cool, they've got their lightsabers already, green and purple. Next one, Darkest Night. This isn't the first 7, it's like mostly, but I think there's like something like 1 to 5, and then 2 from later or somewhere along those lines. Darkest Nights, that is got Lowbacker on the cover. Oh, look, here's the back. Yeah, the core 4 at this point. I know Zek shows up, but I'm pretty sure it's Jason Jaina, Lowbacker, and Tenel Ka's the main ones. But yeah, got Boba Fett on the cover, which is kind of cool. These obviously up's no good. This book's in quite poor condition. I don't know who that one in the middle. Maybe that's Zek. It says on the back. No, it doesn't. And a good old Lando on the front. And Lowbacker's got a reddish lightsaber, because I do miss the any colour lightsabers. Right, so that's it. Those are all my recent reads. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be putting more Star Wars video reviews up soon for like good time too, just with like, while there's still so much on the way, not all of it great. Bad Batch, amazing. Series 3 definitely the best one so far, although we're still outside of Outpost. Anything from Series 3 has topped that one. So I'm basically the option of Crosshair finally does the right thing. But yeah, so that is it. I've got like another one from this series on the way. I'll just simply maybe do like a 30-second video. I just show it to the camera and grin. And then yeah, I've got others basically on eBay. This is I've saved each individual book in case they show up, because they're all really, really expensive. Oh, excuse me. Let's drink. But yeah, that's it. So back to the Star Wars reading, and I will see you with some more YouTube reviews, like the ones I've already read, for example, like MedStar. I should probably get them done. But yeah, till next time. Thank you for watching.